Hello there, welcome to Matt's plot. Today we're down at plot 28. I thought I'd give you a quick look around and show you what's growing so far. So let's have a look. Okay, so in this first huge, you remember this big long net I've got? These are the onions I'm doing by seed, which I'm pretty chuffed by, and these are some of them as well. And you can see already they're bulbing up just lovely. First time I've ever done onions by seed, so I'm quite excited by those. They're coming on really lovely. This first bed was the bed I gave to a friend of mine. Apart from that beetroot, that's mine, because she was waiting on a plot. She's now got her plot, so that'll be mine again next year if I'm still on this plot. More to come about that though. Then as we move down the cage, we've got the Iron Man and a different kale, a little bit of calabrese, some more kale. I've just picked a bit of kale, 4 different varieties, and it's lovely. You can see the fizz there doing well. That's just been picked, so it looks a little bit bare at the minute. We're moving on to the Swedes. You may remember I planted Swedes in that bed, but I planted them too early and they all got frazzled and eaten by pigeons. These onions you can see down here in this little bed, these were all done by set, and some of them, if you have a look, the leaves have gone all wiggly. I'm not sure if that's something to do with the watering or the set. We'll have a look at that fella there. I'm not too sure, so if anybody knows, if you want to comment and just let me know why that's happening, that'd be perfect. Then I've got my beetroot all the way down. I've got 3 more sets of peas up, hidden behind the fleece. The fleece is there, 1 to give it a bit of protection and 2 to help it climb, just to make sure it could get up, and then set there without any fleece. As you can see, I've got a couple of pumpkins planted, and then every cane has got a dwarf green bean on it. You can see the canes going down. So we're following down, and you can see in between there we've got some rocket planted there. Let's see if I can get through this hole. You can see through there La Rosa, so they're all interplanted with the Swedes as well. I know I've still not done the hole. And then moving down, we've got the cabbages, some red cabbages, and some beetroot interplanted there as well. Moving down, parsnips. So the parsnips I did in the toilet roll and chitted them are like that. Now the ones that I planted straight in the ground are like that. If you come back, there is probably 3 rows of, I'd say, 150 seeds, and I think I've got 4 germinated. So that half of the bed is pretty much going to be reclaimed and used for something else. I've just come back slightly to here. That's where my leeks start, and I've got my leeks in. Done in modules, straight out of the module, straight in the ground, and done. These beans went a little bit wayward. I planted these in early to see if we could get them going, and as you can see, they've all gone a little bit tangled and mental, so they'll probably get pulled and replaced with some new ones that I've got in. Shallots looking a little bit messy, but growing up. We've got the butternut squash bed there. Yes, there's lots of plants in there. There's 9 in there. I know it's a lot, but I had a load, so I thought, why not? I gave a load away to other plot owners, then a few in. We've got a few more in here. These are different squashes. And down the end we've got some more cabbage. They're in. I've got early, mid, late and ready. And then we've got the giant pumpkin. Just some random beetroot thrown in the middle. Got 2 giant pumpkins. Then we've got sunbeam, which I've got 1 little one coming on, if you can see that. Just popping up there, little sweetheart. And I've got another little one up there. And these are Crown Prince. And I've got a couple coming on there as well. You can just about see the flower. So that's looking down the beds. Yeah, it's all looking quite good so far. So that's what I've got going on down at plot 28. I'll show you what's going on at home. Thanks guys. Hello there, welcome back to Matt's plot. We're currently in my back garden, so I'll show you what's going on here. So looking over to the greenhouse, it was empty and it's now filled up again. Just poking around the corner, you can see the chilies, they're all doing well. Firing up, we've got some ring of fire, lemon drop, jalapenos, all sorts. If you come down, there was my last sowing of peas. And there's some of the sweet peppers. I don't normally bother with these, but we're getting a few decent fruits on there. Just underneath there's a few trays of stocks just for some flowers for the garden. There are the jalapenos there, and some other bits and bobs coming up. We have got some butternut squash. They've been hanging around for ages there, so I'm going to plant them out maybe or not. We've got some wild rocket in the corner, some tomatoes that are feeling very sorry for themselves because it's been really hot today, so they just had a good water. We've got another load of lettuce going, and I've gone for a smaller tray to see if it's any better, and I've got a really good germination in a smaller tray. Might sound strange, but they've just been soaked, so don't worry, they look a bit draggled, but they'll be fine. But yeah, I've also got some beetroot in there and some spinach chard, just to see how they did as well. My onions I got from Morrison's today, 25p for 80, so they've been whacked in there. That's my Polish tomato and my Polish cucumbers. Clematis cuttings. What's that there? That's lemon basil. Some more butternut squash and bits and bobs in there. So that's all cracking on in there. So there's still quite a bit going on. Moving around. We've got some herbs and bits down there. Some basil, oregano, other bits and bobs. And then to the little pallet veggie patch, we've got some more herbs down there cracking on. And then we've got the beetroot and the peas going all the way down the side. I mean, look at how thick these peas are now. That's got 4 or 5 pieces of twine on it now, keeping it up because it's got so heavy. Dwarf kale is doing brilliantly. That's getting harvested now every week, and it's just doing brilliant. These two beds here, that's the only empty bed on any of my plots, just there. These had the overwintering onions, which did terribly in these beds, to be fair, but now I've got some Chinese cabbage, some snowball turnips, and some spring onions in. But yeah, they were terrible, absolutely terrible, my overwintering onions in them. The one down the plot were brilliant, but those ones were bad. Broad beans, just starting to show up. Not a massive fan, to be honest, of broad beans. And these have been battered by a cat. If you look in the middle, look, it's just been smashed up. But we add these with peas, a bit of mint, and kind of just whiz it up in the machine and have it like a hummus type thing. This had the Tesco garlic in. I lobbed that away because it was just useless. It wasn't doing anything. That's now got spinach chard in for the chickens. Those are my shallots. They're doing lovely. That's spinach there. That's lazio. That's been picked every week, and it's really been hard picked. If you have a look, you can see the stalks where we just take the leaves off and it just grows back so quick. Spring onions in the middle. That's perpetual spinach, just planted in there. So that should be rocking. We eat a lot of spinach. We eat it, we put it in our smoothies, we do all sorts with it. Let's pop over to the poly. We've got the garlic drying. More strawberries, look. Bit of red down there. We've got 2 lots of tumblers. They are full of fruit at the moment. Absolutely full of fruit. And looking into the poly, these are the lettuce. They've just gone in today. We're taking the old spinach out, so it's just about to go off on one. And some spinach chard, which is ready for the chickens. We've got our tomatoes, which are all looking, we've got little fruits on them as well. Everything's doing very well. A bit more perpetual spinach there, and then we've got 2 cucumbers. That's our cucamelon, just climbing up. Show you how warm it's been down here. I'm in Hampshire, and it was 39 in here today. Ridiculous heat we've had. They are 2 gherkins down there. We've got another little bit of spinach just in the corner, but I'll just show you this. They're just bolting up now and going all crazy. My onions, these were from down the plot. Got this little contraption from IKEA about 2 years ago, and it's just sat in the garage. I saw it the other day and I thought, you know what, that would be perfect for my onions. So I've got 2 of them, and they're doing the business. Yeah, they're not too bad. I've got some beetroot. I was hoping for some early beetroot. I've had a few little bits, but nothing amazing really. And 4 or 5 French beans that I put in here early. I'd say we've probably had a dinnerful out of them. Not a great deal, but that's all we wanted, was a little bit of early greenery. So yeah, it's all looking quite good. But the lettuces now are in and doing the business. If we come over, you can see the raspberries are down there, and there's 4 pots of beans. in there as well. Here we've got courgette corner. There's 2 more that I've planted there. We've had 8 courgettes so far. Loving the yellow ones. I've never had the yellow ones before. Never grown them, never ate them. But they're absolutely lovely. I find them a little bit sweeter than the green ones, but they're bang on. And then we've got our Charlotte at the back, next to the chicks. So I've got a load of them, and then spin around away from the chickens. Oh, and I've got some more spinach chard, but we're trying it. I'm not watering this at all, I'm just letting it do its own thing. So we'll see how that goes. A couple more tubs of second early Charlotte again. Just planted these a little bit later. And these are the quad grows, the greenhouse sensation, and these are all gardener's delight. You can see there's a few little fruits appearing on these, looking good. So yeah, you can see there's a few little, the water's still okay, it's still half full in these. And there's a blackberry. There are the blueberry plants, 3 of them that I got this year. Loads of blueberries on them, so quite happy with that. So yeah, it's all looking pretty good, to be honest. Not too bad at all for a normal sized garden. So guys, that's what's happening down at the plot and also on the veggie patch. If you've got any questions, please pop them down below, and please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers, bye bye now.